Welcome to Programming is Fun. My name is Anis, and in this tutorial I'm going to talk about some basic arithmetic operators and also talk about how to get input from user. So let's begin. So if you want to take input from user, so first of all you have to declare a data type. The data type depends upon the input. So here I'm gonna take an integer from user. So I have to declare one integer type variable int num1 is equal to 0 and initialize it with 0 to avoid the garbage value. So to get input from user, use cin. Now what is cin? Cin is the object of this iostream library. So use the cin and the two greater than signs and then write the variable name num1 and then build and run it. And here you see it is prompting the user that enter a value. Let's say I entered 12. There you go. So if you want to make your code more attractive, write one line over here that put wave enter value to make your code more attractive. And if you want a new line without creating the handle, which is before in my previous tutorial I talked about the handle, if you don't want to write handle, you also can write \n. \n is similar to handle. It will also create a new line. So building on this again, and here you see please enter a number and you enter 12. So this was the basics of how to get input from the user. If you also want to print the input of the user on the terminal, use cout lesser than size and num1. And now build and run it again. And here enter 12 and here is showing 12. So, and don't forget this, in cout we use the two lesser than signs, but in cin we use these two greater than signs. So always remember this, because when I was beginner I always confused between them. So this was the basics of the input, and now let me talk about arithmetic operators in C++. For arithmetic operators, it's like int num is equal to 8 plus 9. The arithmetic operators in C++ are same like we use in maths: plus, minus, multiplication, and division. But here is a new operator called modulus. I will come to it later. So basically what this plus do over here, this will add these two numbers, and if you want to see out this, write cout num and you will see the result on the console screen. So here it's shown as 17. Similarly for the minus will do the same. It will return -1 and -1 for minus. And for divide we use the forward slash, and let's make it equal to 2 and build it again, it will be 4 and here you go 4. But if you want to multiply this, don't write x. Here is called the star sign. This will multiply with 8 into 2, it will give 16 and here you go 16. But in the last, for example, if I divide it by 3, it will give us 2 here, but it should give us the remainder 2. So for remainder we will use this modulus operator. This is a percentage sign with the modulus operator called, and here you go 2 is the remainder of that. So this was the basics of the arithmetic operators in C++, and now I'm talking about the increment and the decrement operators. Now for the postfix, let's see, the num is 8, but here I use the post increment and it will remain the same as it is 9 over here. So 8. Why it is showing 8? Because in the postfix it evaluates the expression and then performs the increment. Now let's make it prefix and we will see that it will show us 9. Oh, oops, I'm sorry for that. Yes. And here you will see that it will show 9. How it is showing 9? Because here I use prefix increment. Prefix increments the value first and then proceed towards the expression. So that was the increment and the post increment and the pre increment. So here is the one and most important thing is that when you are using the multiple arithmetic operators, on that time there is something in the C++ called operator precedence. For that, here is to remember that BODMAS. What is that? B means bracket will take place first, then orders means some modules type, and then division, then multiplication, and then addition, and then subtraction. So let me give you an example here. Num is equal to 8 plus 11. Let me give it a smaller value. 11 minus 6. Now what happened? Addition will take place first. 8 plus 2, 10, and then it will go to the minus 6. It will give us answer 4. Here, and then semicolon. Always write semicolon. Don't forget it. Here you see the 4 because the plus arithmetic operator take the precedence and then take the minus. And similarly, if I write here multiply with 2, this will happen. What will happen over here? This will multiply first because in the mass and BOD mass 6 into 2 12. It will become 6 into 2 12, and then it will become 10, and because the plus operator comes first, then subtraction 10 plus 2, it will give us minus 2 on the console screen here. Let's see, here you go, minus 2. So this was the little introduction about the operator precedence, and always remember this rule or something called like that, BOD mass. Always remember in C++ the operator precedence is BOD mass. So this was a little introduction about the arithmetic operators and the inputs and the increment and the post increment, the prefix increments, and the operator precedence in C++. I hope that you like this video and give me a like and subscribe this for my more videos. And for till next time, take care, bye.